Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Dark Side of Astrology. This is Oneyda, and I am here with today's astrological energy forecast. And today is Tuesday, January 6th. No, why am I saying January 6th? January 5th, 2021. You would think I wasn't looking at my calendar. So today is Tuesday, January 5th, 2021. Again, our 5-year. So yesterday I was talking about how this new year is a year of new beginnings and of change. And depending on your state of mind on how you feel about change, this year is either going to be a really good year for you or it's going to be a very difficult year. And difficult only in the sense because those that don't necessarily like change or think that they're in control of things are really going to try to control things this year. And this is the year not to do that. Like, this is definitely the year to be in flow, and to be very open and receptive to whatever the universe. How are you guys seeing this? Look at this. And here comes the sister. Look. They don't give up, man. They really don't. They're all about being all up on me. So this is Zeus and this is Murphy. Good morning, everyone. So thank God that the little one is with my daughter right now. She's doing school right now. The little one, the kitten. Anyways, so like how I was saying, like definitely this is the year to let go of absolute control, letting go of expectations, and really learning to be in the flow of things and being open and receptive to the change that we are all, each and every single one of us is going to be experiencing at the moment, and will continue to experience for the rest of the year. A lot of this year is really the year that starts our new decade. So we're in a whole new decade now, like there's no going back. Like, we finished the last 10 years. So you have to ask yourself, what were you doing 10 years ago when the decade started, and now where are you now? So you're, if you're in a reflective mode and kind of like doing a rewind, it's very much expected to, it's like, that's normal, because you're kind of like just like, looking at your life, and being like, okay, so what has changed? What am I changing now? What am I going to do different this decade? How old are you now? You know what I'm saying? I know there's a lot of people that have like this obsession with time and with age, and that certain things have to be done by a certain time, by a certain age and stuff like that. And listen, people, if you're stuck in that mind frame and that way of thinking, again, I'm going to keep repeating, you're going to have a really hard time this year. You have got to get out of that mindset that everything is done by a certain time, that you have until a certain time, that you're doing. Let me see. My daughter, 2 cats, Angel and Kira, were swarming me a bit ago, and that was the first I've noticed cats at the empty house next door to me out in the yard. Maybe it's a sign from Mother Freya. Ooh, I like that. I work with the goddess Freya. She's really helped me out a lot with my cats. I have 3 cats. And I know the goddess Freya rewarded me with the 3rd cat, with my kitten that was rescued over the summer. And I also know it came from my soul brother who transitioned over 2 years ago. She looks just like my gray cat, like this guy. So, but the kitten is right now, she's doing school with my daughter. So, but like I was saying, this decade is definitely the decade where you are doing long term, and you're changing things around. You're being open to the changes. Like I was saying yesterday, because yesterday we had the energy of Jupiter semi-squaring Neptune. So meaning that, whatever dreams or imaginings, whatever long ago dreams you've had, that still haven't like truly actualized in this reality, your yesterday was definitely like the day where you were feeling, how am I going to get this into the here and now? Because it's not about, waiting for it to materialize. Like, it's materializing now. Like, this is it. We're in this time frame where everything is materializing. Okay, so yesterday was a day of, like, knowing whether or not you still had things to rearrange. Was it worth the fight or the challenge for this dream to come true? And like how I was saying yesterday, whatever dreams you had that you want to come true now, you have to change. You have to be open to the change, because 10 years ago it would have worked, but now in the time frame that we're in, it's not going to work the way that you've always thought it would unfold, or the way that you thought it was going to be, or anything like that. Like, we are all being told, we have to be open to these changes that we are all experiencing. Like, there's no going back. And I keep saying that, because it's the truth. You can't go back in time. You can't go backwards. At least we don't, at least we're not being told, whether we have that technology or not, to go back in time. Right. But then again, since we are in this age of Aquarius, and this new decade is really going to ushering us into the age of Aquarius. Like, this year, 2021, is going to be the push for everyone to realize we're in the age of Aquarius. We're no longer in the age of Pisces. We haven't been in the age of Pisces for many, many years, and this is going to be the year where everyone realizes how far we are in technology, with medicine, with our evolution, how things have to change when it comes to the way that we treat our fellow neighbor, our fellow man, how messed up humanity is, and how much it needs to heal. So like this year, we're really going to be in that, like, oh shit, we really are, in the future, because of course, there's people that don't believe in astrology, and they don't understand what an age is or anything like that. And they, like, they don't care for astrology, but they do understand, the future, and I know that a lot of us from, like, my generation, like, we had a certain idea about the future. Now that we're in it, like, we're starting to realize, well, this isn't the future that we thought that we were going to be in. And this is why I keep telling everyone, and I've been saying it since yesterday, and I'm going to keep hammering in everybody's head, like, you got to let go of whatever you thought was going to be it at this point, because it's not, what I'm saying? And I know that that might be tough for a lot of people, especially those that like to be in control and think that they know better, or that they know best, because none of us know better or know best. We're all learning, we are born learning, we die learning, it's when you're in your final cycle as a human that, you realize that you've mastered a lot of things, and you're still learning, like, you're never done learning. And if you're not learning anything, then you have to ask yourself what is wrong with you. Okay, because everyone is learning. Every day you learn something new. So we have to be in that mindset of that. There's already, people talking about tomorrow's energy shift. Tomorrow we have Mars moving out of Aries into Taurus. It's going to be there just for a little while or whatever. So tomorrow, like, we're going to feel like this, like a halt, right? And it's only because we're being asked, to assess everything and to assess our action plan, and if it needs revision and fixing, we have to do it. Remember, I was talking yesterday how what the fixed signs were. And Taurus, it's a fixed sign. So Taurus is going to have 3 planets in its constellation. Like, it has Uranus already still there, and it's retrograding. And Uranus doesn't get out of its retrograde. I think this week. Lilith is still there, and then Mars will be there. So it's gonna have 3 planets in Taurus tomorrow. And you might feel this halt, but there's also gonna be this huge darkness that comes out of you, because of the Lilith placement in Taurus. Okay, where you're gonna, like, people are gonna be like, well, why do I have to do all the work? Why can't this person do all the work? Like, it's going to be like one of those things. And it's like, ugh, you don't want to get into that. But today we do have our moon leaving Virgo, going into Libra, right? Let me see. Just want to make sure. Right. So our moon is shifting out of Virgo today, moving into Libra. So that which is pretty good though, because it's bringing us a fair balance of energy, because not of especially of the air element, because now we have Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. We have all three of the air signs in there. So today's energy is quite like refreshing, so whatever things have transpired for you, for in the past month, the past week, the past couple of days, today's going to be a day of like really kind of like just looking at everything and like doing like an overall, like I was saying, because tomorrow we have the action planet moving from its home sign and being fast paced to moving into Taurus, where it kind of like it slows down and it's going to come to a halt, but it doesn't mean that you're going to stop moving, because you're not. Okay, like if people need to get out of this mindset that nothing's moving, that you're going to stop moving. No, you're moving. There's movement happening, and it's going to continue happening all the year. In between, you'll have days where there's a break, but otherwise, just keep going forward. So today is definitely that day where you're going to get like a refresher. You're going to feel refreshed, alive, and you're going to you're going to feel the energy of the Libra, of the Virgo leaving the of the moon leaving Virgo, moving into Libra to find that balance. Okay, you're going to really want to assess everything, and the Libra energy is very good for that. Like very good at coming up with a really good plan, making these fair decisions. I mean, a lot. Let's not get it twisted. It's not always a fair decision. It's always best. It's always what's best for them. Libras are the narcissist of the zodiac sign. It's always about how much do you love me? Well, you would do this if you love me, type of thing. And then Taurus, which is the other zodiac sign that's ruled by Venus, the goddess of love. It's more about the martyr, the victim mentality. Like, well, you must not love me because you're not doing this. I'm saying, like, it gets like really twisted and stuff like that. So we really need to be very aware of our emotions, and that's the one thing with like all this air energy plus the earth energy that we're still in. Really it's giving us the insight of like, don't fall into that energy of like, well, what are you doing for me type of thing, because we all got to remember that our evolution and our spiritual growth is something that we have to do. It's not something that somebody else is doing, and it's not something that we're going to be, our hand is going to be held. Like it doesn't work that way. You know what I'm saying? Like if you think that people have to hold your hand or move along with you, but like that, you're gonna have a really hard time this year and for the rest of the decade. Okay, we have to be very open and receptive to whatever is happening for us, because it's for our betterment, it's for our soul evolution. We are a soul experiencing this realm in a human form. Okay, and like I was saying yesterday, we're going to learn a lot about the different dimensions that are occurring at the same time, because time is fluid. It's not linear. Okay, and for those that think in that sense that time is linear and that everything has to happen by a certain time, again, I'm going to repeat it once again. You're going to have a hard time this year. Okay, and you're going to have a hard time all motherfucking decade. So like, you got to get out of that frame of this is how time is, because it's not. And we're going to learn a lot of things about time in this decade and in this new year, where things are definitely going to be shifting out of whatever mind frame that we think time is, because again, like I was saying, we have to be I mean, we don't have to do anything, right? Like I always say that to people. Like I always say that to my clients. You don't have to do anything. You have free will and you have free choice. You want to stay the way that you are, then you go ahead and do that. But then don't ask. Then don't be wondering and asking yourself, why aren't things moving the way that I want them to move? Because you're not open, nor are you receptive, and you think things have to be done your way. And if you're gonna be in that energy of things have to be done being done my way, and the Uranus, which is the ruler to Aquarius, it's going to give you some really tough lessons. And added to that, Saturn, the planet that rules karma in essence, is in Aquarius for 3 years. You're like, yeah, you better get out of that mind frame, and you better start, realizing, that everything is happening at the same time. And that was my point. Like, we're going to learn about dimensions and how it's all happening at once. Like, it's not just this world that we're in. There's many different worlds happening at one time, and we're going to learn about that, about how do I align myself, to this world that I'm in, how do I align everything? And alignment comes with the surrender and the letting go of time and of control. Okay, because when you align, that means that you are aligned with your higher self. Okay, and you're allowing the changes to happen and to occur, and you're not expecting whatever it is that you're expecting. So I am going to say where the planets are positioned today. So our sun is still in Capricorn. We're still in Capricorn season. Our moon is shifting from Virgo into Libra. Mercury is in Capricorn. Venus is in Sagittarius. Mars is shifting from Aries into Taurus. Jupiter and Saturn are both in Aquarius. Uranus is still retrograding in Taurus. Neptune is in Pisces. Pluto is in Capricorn. The true node is in Gemini. Lilith is in Taurus, and Chiron is still in Aries. So, there's there's a pretty good balance there of all the elements, water, wind, earth, and fire. It's all there. So, today, definitely is a day of, I want to say it's a day of reflection. Like, you should definitely be, you're going to be feeling like you want to reflect today. Go ahead and do so. I know I keep moving around, right? But I love this thing. My hair. Oh my God, I can't wait to get my hair done this week. Anyways, so today is definitely one of those days of, reflection and of being open. Like, do something today that lets the universe know that you're open, that you're letting go, that you're freeing yourself from, old, outdated thoughts, and that you're open to bringing whatever dreams you haven't been able to actualize, bringing them into this timeline, into this here and now, I should say, and allowing the universe to step in and to help you, actualize that dream. I am going to stick with using the animal kin oracle. Let's see what animal wants to talk to us today. I'm going to shuffle it. I do want to say thank you to all those who tune in, who watch the videos, who like the videos and comment and share. And I want to say thank you to those to the new subscribers to the channel. Welcome. I do hope you enjoy your stay. I do hope you enjoy all the videos. There's plenty of content. Right now I'm playing with the channel where I'm trying to see if it's worth doing lives every day, or if I just continue recording instead every day the energy for the day. So, let's see here. And check out the description box. There's different goodies there that I think you would enjoy. Visit the website, read January's astrological forecast, and if you want to book a session with me, use code BACK for 50% off. I might change the code though today and just label it YouTube, so I know that it's people from YouTube booking. But for right now, the code is still, it's BACK, B-A-C-K, and you can use that to receive 50% off any service on the site. Here. I'm going with the middle. Ooh, how nice. We got harmony for swan. Very pretty. So like how I was saying, today is definitely a day of reflection, but it's also telling you to harmonize, to be in harmony, to be in that energy of harmony. So today, if you see swans or a single swan, it's telling you that, you have to be in harmony with yourself. Okay. Because notice it's just one swan. It's not a pair. Okay. If it was the pair, it would say swans and, it'd be the two beautiful swans, like with their heads together and all that stuff. But it's the one swan. So, we're meant to be doing these things alone. Okay. I know there's a lot of people that, want to have someone by their side, like either doing the work for them or being encouraged by this person. And your biggest encouragement is yourself. If you can't encourage yourself and support yourself, you can't expect others to do it for you. They're not going to, and they're always going to disappoint you. It's like you're basically setting yourself up for disappointment by hoping that, someone's going to come along and just, help you along. Once you get into this perfect harmony with yourself, and I don't want to use the word perfect, but once you get into harmony with yourself, and you're able to attract people, or your person, that's in harmony with you. Okay, I know that sounds like, oh, that's so cliche, blah. No, it's the truth. Because once you start realizing that you attract what you're vibing at, then you're like, oh shit, I must be the common denominator. It must be me. And if at that point, you are accepting of that, your whole world changes because your perspective changes. You're viewing things from a higher perspective. Okay, and you're coming into an understanding. However, if you decide that, you're not the common denominator and it's everybody else, you're going to keep attracting the same people and you're going to be forever waiting. And it's going to be unfortunate for you because then you're just going to keep accumulating and accumulating karma. Okay, that's the one thing we definitely want to, work with this year because, again, like how I said, we have the planet Saturn, which is the planet of time, karma, and lessons, regulations, restrictions, rules, authority. You know what I'm saying? Like, you definitely want to spend the next 3 years healing, releasing yourself from whatever toxic karmatic cycles you've been in that you have not released yourself from. You have to find that harmony. Okay. You start harmonizing your karma will go from karma, where you're constantly repeating the same cycle over and over again, to dharma, where now you're getting energy to create with, and you are now this creator, and you're, creating your world. You're realizing, oh, it's me who's creating all this. Whether you're realizing it in a good way or in a bad way, at least you're realizing and acknowledging that you're the creator and you're creating all of this. So the swan is all about this harmony and being in harmony with yourself. I would definitely listen to music today. Whatever harmonics you can listen to that will really make you feel centered and at peace. Again, if you see swans today or a single swan, it's telling you, to please be in harmony with yourself, to do whatever it is that you can to harmonize yourself today. So when things start, look, things have started moving already in January. If you haven't felt that, then, I don't know what to tell you. You need to wake up. It's not going to stop. Like tomorrow we have movement. Every other day we have movement in January. Okay. It doesn't stop. And then February, oh my God. And then March and then April, like, people, there's no normalizing 2021. There's no going back to normal. This is our new decade. It started on January 1st, the new decade. So please find the harmony with yourself and with your life. And if there is no harmony, then you need to ask yourself why there is no harmony and what you can do to harmonize your life. Okay. And swans, yes, they're very representative of true love, of, finding your person, not you finding your person, but your person finding you. You can, obviously you can find your person too, but it's about love finding you, you know, and being open to love doing its thing and not trying to control love, like, because that isn't love. You know, if you're trying to control love, then you're not in love, people. You know, you really need to, again, step back and ask yourself, how are you trying to control love? Like, why would you try to control love? You know, and, you know, I could take that back and be like, well, you know, you are in love, but, you know, then what matters to you is absolute control, you know, and the way that this person is giving you love and how they love, you know. Um, Ooh, excuse me, and how they love, you know. But when we let go of control, we are open to love. And there's that saying, you know, if what is it? If you set it free and it loves you, will come back. Whatever the hell the saying is, but, you know, love is about liberation and feeling free, you know, and being in harmony. It's not about control, um, or feeling, you know, like you're being bogged down or tied down or caged in. Yesterday, I was coming back from doing a little shopping with my daughter, and I was walking by this store, and I thought it was interesting, and it caught my eye, and I was like, weird. Why would anyone want to sit in that? And it's like it was like this uh, chair, um, and it was like, you know, like a throne type of thing, right? It was like one of those type of chairs. However, like the backing of it looked like a bird cage. I was like, ugh. But then again, that's I know that that's me too, because I have a fear of, like, you know, being closed in and like locked in and like chained up, you know, not being free, you know what I'm saying? And my Aquarius placements, you know, it's where my Aquarius and my Uranus placement, I believe they're all in my 11th house, which is Aquarius. So it's like, you know, to me, like, you know, feeling free is of the utmost importance, you know. And if anyone is trying to like make me feel like I'm caged in, oh my God. It's like being a wild bird inside a cage and just like going crazy in it. And that chair, like, it was like everything in me like got like triggered. I was like, oh my God. There was nobody inside the store. If there was somebody inside the store, I would have been like, what is this? You know, like, why is this here? Like, again, that was me. Those are my triggers, you know. I like feeling free. And love is that, you know, like feeling free, not feeling, you know, caged in or bogged down or like you're being chained up or anything like that, you know. And your partner should be feeling that way too. And yesterday I talked a lot about, you know, do you love where you're at in life? Do you love, you know, the job that you're at? Do you love the person that you're with? And, you know, I love that we got this card as a continuation of that message, because this is asking you, are you in harmony? You know, are you in harmony with your job? Are you in harmony with your life? Are you in harmony with whatever partner you're with? You know, are you in harmony with your family, with your friends? You know, stuff like that. So like today is definitely, again, one of those days where where we're being asked to reflect, and see if we are in harmony with things. Because yesterday was like, do you love where you are in life? Do you love where you're at this precise moment? So now the swan's asking you, you know, are you in harmony at this precise moment? So I hope today's message was insightful and inspiring. I'll definitely be back again tomorrow with the message. I noticed that I did my live yesterday. I don't know at what time. Okay. And then I noticed that the video didn't show on my channel until 11 o'clock last night. So I don't know if I'm going to continue doing lives like this. You know, I think I need to get more views onto the channel, so people actually, you know, sit and watch the whole thing, and perhaps, you know, the video will be you know, uploaded quicker to the channel. I'm not sure. I don't understand the logistics of YouTube, and I'm trying to, and it's like I don't know what the hell. I don't know when everything changed the way that it did when it came to YouTube. Like, I'm working as if I'm on YouTube from 10 years ago, and I'm not, and I'm learning that the hard way. Yesterday, I posted my Jupiter semi-squares Neptune, and that got more views than all the other videos, like than my live stream. I'm like, this makes no sense to me, you know, like I, I'm trying to figure it out. That's the best. That's all I can do, is just do my best to figure it out, and you know, and be determined and not give up, you know, because this channel is going to be what I envision it to be. So again, everyone, thank you for tuning in, for watching. Hopefully this video gets uploaded a lot quicker than yesterday's video, and you're all able to see it. For, you know, for those of you that weren't able to tune in, I am going to continue making the lives this week, just because I want to see what happens by making a live every day. And then I think just next week, I think I'm going to do that like back and forth, where I think one week I'll do all lives, and then the following week I'll do recordings. So let's see how it goes. You know, this week it's going to be live, so I'll be back again tomorrow with tomorrow's astrological energy forecast. I'll talk more about the Mars shifting into Taurus energy, because it's going to be very important for that. And yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in, and thank you once again, you know, for liking, commenting, and sharing, and for subscribing to the channel, and click the notification bell so you can be notified of every time a new video is posted and when I go live. So visit the website, The Dark Side of Astrology. Use code BACK for 50% off any service on the site, and read January's article so you know the energies that we will all be working with this month. Namaste.